Hi folks, Steven here, and welcome into TK Power Sports. The 2027 Sea-Doo lineup has arrived, and there's a lot to talk about. The headlines have to be the new Spark-X model with 110 horsepower, and then 350 horsepower for the range-topping performance models, plus a brand new Senna special edition, and I'm going to tell you all about it right now. First up, you've already noticed I'm not in my home office. I am here at Club BRP in Florida. This is the event where BRP, that's Bombardier Recreational Products, the parent company of both Sea-Doo and Can-Am, this is where they come to show off all their new products to their dealers for the coming year. And that is exciting because right now I'm going to tell you all about this Sea-Doo lineup, but immediately after it is revealed, I'm then going to get to talk to the engineers responsible for these units, and then I'm going to go out on the water on that brand new Spark-X. So right now in this video, anything you drop in the comments, I should be able to ask Sea-Doo directly. So please watch this video and then go below, leave me that comment, and over the next 2 days here at Club BRP, I should be able to get you guys some answers. But now, without any further ado, let's dive into these new Sea-Doos, and we are going to start with the new Spark-X. The Spark-X delivers what Sea-Doo customers have been asking for a long time, which is more power in the rec light segment. Now you're getting 110 horsepower if you go for a Spark-X, thanks to the new 1000 Ace engine. Now the new 1000 Ace replaces the old 900 across the Spark lineup, but don't worry, there will still be 60 and 90 horsepower Sparks available. They will simply use detuned versions of this new 1000 Ace engine. Now, in order to get this engine up to that new 110 horsepower, it wasn't just displacement. It's not simply a larger engine. Sea-Doo says that they added a new intake manifold, new exhaust manifold, an integrated oil spray nozzle. They increased the compression ratio here, and there's a brand new cylinder head. Plus, the old 900 Ace only revved to 8,000 RPM. The new 1000 Ace revs up to 8,500 RPM. So those are all the changes that came here to enable this engine to make 110 horsepower, and the result in terms of speed is a brand new top speed at 55 miles per hour on the Spark-X, and that is up from the old top speed of 48 miles per hour. Now, along with the new engine, there's also a new hull design for the Spark, and even though they optimized the hull for that 110 horsepower, the new hull comes to all Spark models, and Sea-Doo says it was meant to offer more stability at higher speeds because now you have a higher top speed. They also say it allows you to lean into the corners a little bit more and should give you some better handling and better performance, once again, in order to kind of harness that top speed. But yes, even the base models get it. Now, one question I had was, is this new Spark heavier all of a sudden? Because even though the top Spark-X models get 110 horsepower, the base models stay the same. So my worry was suddenly we get a big engine, it's much heavier, the base models then become slower, but that's really not the case. If you compare the base 2026 Spark to the 27 Spark, it's gone up by less than 10 pounds. So there is a tiny bit more weight, but it's really a negligible amount. Now, if you're wondering about the Spark Trix, of course it will be available with 110 horsepower. In fact, it will only be available now with that 110 horsepower. So if you want a Trix, you have to get it as a Spark-X model. And as a reminder, the Trix allows you to adjust the jet to a much more extreme angle than other Sparks in the lineup. That lets you do awesome tail stands. They even put some custom footboard sort of on the back so you can stand up while you're doing that. You also get a handlebar riser. So this is very much meant to be the most fun Spark in the lineup, and it should be even more fun now because it's got more power. Another addition for 2027, along with this new engine, is the availability of the IDF system. That is the Intelligent Debris Free system. This is a Sea-Doo exclusive system that if you get weeds or other debris sucked up into your jet, this will actually blast them back out of your jet, helping to clean it out and then get you out there back on the water. Now, outside of all of those changes, the key specs here have remained the same. Let me run through them now. So the Sea-Doo Spark, and this includes the Spark-X, is available as a 2-seat or a 3-seat model. Overall storage here comes in at 11.8 US gallons or 44.7 liters. And fuel capacity also remains unchanged for the new model. So you're getting 7.9 gallons of fuel, that is 30 liters. Now, dimensions haven't changed as well, so overall length here is 111 inches for a 2-seat model or 120.6 inches for the 3-seater. The overall width here is 46 inches, while the overall height comes in at 42.2 inches, and this is still Sea-Doo's Polytech hull. That's essentially a composite plastic hull that Sea-Doo uses here. One last note, the Spark-X, even with that new 110 horsepower, still only requires 87 octane fuel. One other styling note, the midsection on the deck is now colored. Previously and still on base Spark models, that midsection was always just black, but now, as you can see, Spark-X models get that fully color matched body, and that is also new for 27. That's enough on the Spark now. Let's move up to the top end of the performance lineup. And the first thing you need to know is Sea-Doo is now offering 350 horsepower from its 1630 Ace engine. That is up from 325. Now the 350 will be available on the GTX Limited, on the RXP-X, and the RXT-X, plus a brand new limited edition model. You can see it right here. This is the Sea-Doo RXP-X Senna 350. Yes, Sea-Doo has teamed up with the Senna brand to release a 1-year only special edition model. Now, if you don't know, Ayrton Senna is a legendary F1 racer, and they actually brought in Ayrton's nephew Bruno Senna to speak with us and unveil this special model. Now you're going to see tributes to Ayrton Senna all over this thing. First of all, the color scheme here is based off of Ayrton's original F1 helmet. Then you're going to see his autograph etched right into the back decking. There's also 2 Senna-inspired quotes that have been added onto this machine: "Seek your truth" and "Born to win." There's a matching passenger seat that does come standard on this model. There's also a Senna branded protective cover that you're going to get. And right here you can see up on the handlebars, there's going to be a numbered tribute plate because Sea-Doo is only going to build 1,991 of these units, and that is in reference to 1991, the last time Ayrton Senna won an F1 championship. So yes, there's going to be less than 2,000 of these built, and they're only going to be for the 2027 model. Now, if you're wondering about the colors, Sea-Doo calls this racing yellow and Amazon green, and it's also clearly inspired by the Brazilian flag, which is where Senna comes from, and that's where he took the inspiration for that helmet. Now let's talk a little bit more about this 1630 supercharged Ace engine. It's now making 350 horsepower, and Sea-Doo says that was possible thanks to more boost from the supercharger. They made the booster wheel larger diameter. They did have to strengthen the connecting rods and some of the bolts in the engine, and then the max RPM has been brought from 8,250 up to 8,500. So those are the things they had to do to get from 325 up to 350 horsepower. And now Sea-Doo says that this thing will do 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.1 seconds. Well, folks, those are certainly the big headlines: the Spark-X and then the Senna edition plus the 350 horsepower. But there's actually changes coming to every single Sea-Doo model. There's a new jet pump design. So the actual jet pump housing is going to change on every single Sea-Doo. There's also a new Venturi design and a new intake grate that has come to every Sea-Doo across the lineup. And Sea-Doo says this just helps with better water flow, which will result in better performance. Not huge jumps, but in some cases, like on a GTI model, they said you might be able to see 2 more miles per hour of top speed thanks to those changes. So yes, new jet pumps across the lineup, although Sea-Doo also said that the dimensions didn't change. So if you have a wear ring, let's say, that you have today, it will fit on the new models as well. It's mostly just small tweaks to help with that water flow to make sure that jet is being as efficient as possible. And again, that's coming to every single Sea-Doo. And with that, folks, we've come to the end of this video. Now there's more information to come. I'm going to get pricing for you. I plan on doing walkarounds with these units when I get my hands on them, and I will be riding that Spark X very soon. So once again, drop your questions and comments down below. I want to hear them. I want to know what you want to know about these units, and I'll do my best to find out for you. And make sure you keep it locked here to the channel, because I still have a couple days here at Club BRP where I'm going to be covering this whole Sea-Doo lineup as much as I can. So yeah, folks, that's it for this one. Now please drop in the comments, leave me that note. While you're down there, don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, hit join to become a member, and then come right back here to TK Power Sports and see what we're testing next. See ya.